Now we're going to take a closer look at each phase of the model. First phase, foundation, and this includes goals, preferences, strengths, capabilities, and resources. Activity goal is the purpose or benefit of participation for the individual or the group. The goal of the activity really should lead toward a longer-term goal, and the longer-term goal really should be function. What do we eventually see the student or group of students doing at the end, long-term?
3 students are performing a warm-up exercise, standing in a circle, raising a hula hoop high above their heads and lowering it again. The activity goal is to complete this exercise with 1 or 2 peers and minimal assistance. Here is another warm-up exercise with the same activity goal. 2 students stand back to back. One passes a ball above their head to the student behind them, who then rolls the ball between their feet back to the first student.
The long-term goal for these students is for them to learn many warm-up routines so it's part of a routine, so that in the future when they graduate, they can have a routine that they can do in their home without a lot of equipment and something that they can do fairly independently. So the activity goal for this particular 2 video clips is to first get them to do 1 or 2 with the high independence level, and then eventually we're going to add more and more so that they can do a whole routine. Activity goal characteristics. Activity goal influences the design and construction of the activity. It's determined prior to design and construction activity, but may be changed during the refinement phase. It provides support to break down a game or sport, along with strengths, capabilities, and preferences form the foundation of the model. It is determined by the activity creator, but is always based on some aspect of the individual. And that is to be important. Remember, with the activity goal is it should be always something based, some aspect of the individual or the group. So the tendency is to get real creative and do lots of adaptations and modifications and real fancy exercises, but you have to stop and think, wait a second, what is the benefit? What are we trying to achieve here with the student or with the group of students? Strengths, capabilities, and preferences. Just some definitions for you. Strength, any capability at which the individual excels, and capability, any trait, skill, or ability that the individual or the group possesses that can be utilized in designing or creating an activity. Preferences are any object or thing that the individual likes and prefers that you can incorporate into the activity. Available resources, any person, object, or source of information that can be utilized to aid in the successful participation in the activity. And available resources can really be looked at in 2 ways. One, the smaller, more immediate resources that you have available. Things we have available in this room right now, we can make some activities out of, some physical activities. And I think that's important because sometimes you don't have a lot of things around you, but we take for granted what we do have around us. And it's important to go through and really look at what we have available to us first, instead of worrying about what we don't have and how can we use it, and can we use it in a safe manner. The second way we look at resources is bigger resources. For example, some community resources or things that we can access online, different organizations, different people, different books. Those are some more bigger or even people to talk to and so forth. So that's much bigger way to look at the resources. In this video clip, we're utilizing a community resource, a local fitness center. And the student is utilizing a strength machine, abdominal crunch, which is a difficult area for him to work on. This machine allows him to do it independently. The second video clip is a seated row machine, which is working his scapular region, which is a hard area for him to work and strengthen. And using this machine, you could see he's able to do it pretty independently.